No, I'm kidding. I mean, I do have a backup wife. I've never taken her to a Coldplay concert. That would be a really good piece of advice. Would be don't take your work wife. Yeah, don't take your work wife to a Coldplay concert.
Yes, bringing a new meaning to work wife there with the man and woman who were caught on the big screen at the Coldplay concert.
Yeah. It wasn't a false start at home because he's from New York and it happened in Boston. So it was on the road. I read that. It was a false start on the road.
Right.
But still, like, pretty fucking stupid, dude.
How far is New York to Boston? What is that? Like a good couple of hours
those
drive
cities,
at least,
I
right?
don't know. You think that guy drove? No way.
They flew? They booked a flight?
Oh, I'm sure.
He's it's a CEO
of a he's the CEO of a company.
You're a CEO. You're not driving 4 hours.
He probably, if I had to guess, has a helicopter that took him.
A helicopter, dangerous.
I mean, those guys are
all right.
Yeah.
What a way to lose your job. First
and
of
your
all.
marriage,
and your marriage, all in one go.
Marriage, like just
for a Coldplay concert, like I mean, I wouldn't do it in the first place, But if you're gonna just if you're gonna blow up everything, you're gonna blow up your whole life. A Coldplay concert, that's what you chose,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you? I mean, what concert is worth? Yeah. I'm just hypothetical.
I'm not even gonna answer that question.
I'm not
even gonna answer that question.
I don't think any is. But so how we're talking about Ohio meaning like mid and whatever.
Right.
I think I found out what Ohio really means this week. Ohio means like, oh, we're relevant too. Please keep us in the discussion. Because literally, like the day after that happened, the Cincinnati Enquirer says that guy has a connection to Cincinnati. Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Come on. Like, that is the most Ohio thing ever. Like, well, he was here one time. He was in our city. Like, stop.
Let's make this guy's life and downfall relevant to our readers.
Yeah,
for some reason,
our readers are already having a good time. The memes are amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've been keeping up with some of them, but
I have not, because I'm pretty much off of social media completely, which has been absolutely great for my life. But I did read a few. I saw you put this on here, and I was cracking up because I did see. I actually don't even know where I saw any of this. Maybe on YouTube or something. But I was cracking up because I was just like, "This is such a funny thing to talk about." And what's funny is I read a couple articles because I was like, I want to know more about what this actually was. Like, was it Because I saw the quote, the Chris Martin quote of oh, either those two people are having an affair or they're just really shy. And it's that's a funny thing to say by their reaction. And then I think he realized oh shit, actually, just whoops. But it brings up a couple of things. One is I know they went to a different city. So they're trying to be a little sneaky, all right, you at least did that. You're at least not in your, like you said, it's not a false start at home. It's a false start on the road. Okay. But you don't have the expectation of privacy at a concert. You do not have, and I think that was one of the statements that I heard was we need to rethink, how we approach these kinds of things, whatever. Putting people on screen or whatever. And it's sure. But at the same time, you're there, you chose to purchase a ticket and be in a crowd with 20, 40,000 other people or whatever. How many other people go to Coldplay concerts these days? It was at Gillette Stadium too, right? So it was huge.
Yeah.
You don't have the luxury of
60,000 people.
Yeah. You don't have the expectation of privacy in that event.
When you buy the ticket, it says the terms and conditions on the ticket say, you're going to be videoed, you're going to be photographed, you're going to be used in promotional materials. Going to any event that you've bought a ticket for that anybody can go to, that it's a public event, you're going to potentially be filmed. Like,
and
I don't know how many, I've been to baseball games all over the country. I've never been lucky enough to get picked for the kiss cam. Or I've been very lucky and haven't.
Somebody gets him on a kiss cam. Come on. He's put in 20 years.
PDA is not really my thing. You know, my wife would love it. She's a huge, you know, kiss me in public kind of person.
Okay.
You know, but I mean, it's like when you go, you know that it's coming, and you just hope that they don't pick you. You know, you when you're singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," you know they're panning around the crowd, getting shots of everybody, and you may be in one of those shots. You know, they're like. Sometimes if you're the opposing team's fan, and you're like, so as a Dodgers fan, like if the Dodgers are playing the team we're watching, you know, the opponent, you know, and we score, they may find Dodger fans in the crowd and get us up there, you know, like
exactly
our reaction. Like, so I have no expectation of privacy. I don't know why you would. At a concert, at a sporting event, even walking down the sidewalk. Like, legally, you are in a public place. If I want to walk down the street and film, I can. If you don't want to be filmed, you can tell me, like, please don't film me.
Right.
But you don't have an reasonable expectation of privacy.
Right.
You know, maybe he should have bought a suite. Would have been less visible.
That's an option.
I'm sure they had suites as an option.
Not dating the head of human resources at your company that you're the CEO of while you are married also is an option. Yeah, that's also a choice you could have made.
I mean, the awkward thing about it is, like, yeah, she's the HR. So, like, who do you report your relationship to? You know, because when you have a relationship,
it's already reported. You're good.
When you have a relationship with somebody, you know, at our company, you're supposed to let HR know. But, you know,
I'm pretty sure just as a rule, the CEO should not date people in the company. Like, that's probably a good rule of thumb. Is, you know, maybe date like another CEO of another company or something, or the head of human resources at one of your competitors. I don't know.
Stay happily married to the wife you've raised 2 like adult sons with,
or that you could also do that. That's also a thing you could do. So one of the things though that was really interesting about this that I found out is that the controversial history of kiss cams. So there's actually been some I mean, like you were just saying, like you're just dreading being on this. Like, I wouldn't want to be on this either. I'm sure there's people who, you know, both people in the couple are, you know, happy to be on the kiss cam and love it, whatever, love the attention. I'm sure there are those couples out there. But there's been instances of like, where was it? I think I don't want to call any teams out specifically, but there was an NPR article about the Coldplay concert couple mentions that there are a couple of cities who have gotten in trouble, sports teams that have gotten in trouble. I want to say Philadelphia is one of them. And it just seems like a Philadelphia kind of thing.
I can't imagine Philadelphia doing something stupid.
Right. Who were like putting up, like you were saying, opposing fans, but they were finding gay couples that were opposing fans and getting like the crowd to like jeer them, like,
oh, that's
in a homophobic way.
That definitely sounds like a Philly thing.
Definitely sounds Philly-esque. Yeah. So sorry, not sorry to any Philly listeners out there, but so there's been this kind of like a little bit of controversial issues with these kiss cams. They actually had to apologize. They like stopped doing kiss cams, that sort of thing. And then there's also all these awkward situations always where like the person running the kiss cam has no idea like who you're sitting with. Could be your sister, your cousin, your mom, like whatever. It's kind of weird, like, you know, and then it's also just very like, the tendency to focus on heterosexual couples it's just there's a lot to unpack there with the kiss games, and it's kind of like one of those things where it's like maybe we can just be done with this at this point, and we can go on to like the silly like lookalikes thing. I love that one where they show like the person.
I don't mind
like,
that. Yeah.
As long as it's not like making fun of somebody, you know, making them the butt of the joke sort of thing.
Yeah,
like it's like a fun one.
I think if they're doing or a lot of stadiums now are doing like kids. You know, so they're finding, you know, younger kids who maybe are at their first game or something like that. That's, you know, that even though, I mean, do you really want to put somebody's kid up that, you know, like, and then
it goes viral and like,
I know it's not an expectation of privacy, but there are some people who are trying to keep their kids out of, you know, social media and stuff like that.
Like you just made me think of this as a situation because we don't put our son on social media. We don't put his face out there. One of the things is like one piece of this is like, I don't want, you know, facial recognition, whatever, like the algorithms of these, you know, tech giants, like being like, oh, we have your son's face. We're just going to build this massive profile of his whole life or whatever. But then too, just privacy, like, and for him to be able to get to an age where he can consent to have his face put in the, you know, internet, whatever. But you just raised the point for me too, like thinking about, wow, if we take him to like a Red Wings game or a Tigers game and he gets on the Jumbotron, somebody's like filming the Jumbotron, it's kind of an interesting thing because like that could end up online. Obviously nobody's like necessarily going to know it's him, but that is an interesting, I guess you could.
Funny, you know, right. He, like throws a hot dog onto the ice or something like that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Which at that point, I guess you've started your career, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, it is interesting. Like the camera should be a thing where it's like very obvious that the person wants to be on camera. Like when I did youth development stuff, running youth programs, we got tickets to, this was in Nashville, and we got tickets to Preds games all the time. And so, which sounds awful. Like now that I think about it, I'm just taking a group of teenagers to the Predators. That's not great. But the Nashville Predators would give us like 15 tickets, and we'd go, and sometimes it was like in a lower bowl. It was awesome. So we'd go on these like Tuesday or Thursday night games, and the kids are like, you know, half of them, they're enjoying the game. The other half, they're like, I'm at a hockey game. I'm just enjoying like being in the crowd and something to do. And they're just like, my sole purpose this evening is to get on the Jumbotron. So they're just being goofy as hell the entire time, like dancing, being silly and stuff. And they got on there. And so it's like those situations where it's like the person very obviously wants that attention, is seeking that out. Go ahead and do it. Like the people, Amy and I went to the Wings game last year, home opener. And there was like a thing where people are pouring their beer in their shoe and drinking out of their shoe, which is pretty disgusting. But like the crowd's like super stoked about people doing this. And so then like multiple other people are doing this just to get on the camera. And like, so that's hilarious. That stuff's hilarious. Like if you're willing to drink beer out of your boot to get on camera, by all means do that and show that person. But like, you know, just let the guy from New York who took his side piece to Boston to see some Coldplay and cuddle in public, let him be. You know what I mean? Like let him just do his.
It's kind of less disgusting to take your side piece to a concert than drink beer out of a boot, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know.
I don't know what y'all are doing in Detroit. Wow.